Hi guys, my name's Emma and let's talk weird stuff. So I wanted to start this review by giving a warning. This is not a horror review by any means. Sometimes I like to bring you guys some quirky, different, more edgy type movies. You know, Greasy Strangler, I guess it is a horror technically, but things like that are a little bit edgy and different, and I'm sure you'll enjoy. You know, I like to talk about a lot of disturbing stuff, and although this film I wouldn't say is disturbing, it's definitely out there, and I'm very excited to see what you guys think. Today I'm going to talk to you about a Spanish film called Skins that is on Netflix. I was actually recommended this film by Patricia, who said that her husband was deeply disturbed by it, which made me want to watch it straight away. I was really surprised to find it on Netflix in Australia. It's really a weird gem that got kind of put in there. It's not really Netflix's brand, but I'm happy with that. Now to the part I've been dreading about, how to tell you what it's actually about. The film follows several different characters and how their stories intertwine, but their stories all have a theme, and the theme is beauty and unconventional beauty at that. The characters that the stories are around are either deformed, have a mental illness, or there is also a little person. So I do bring up the word deformed because that is what they call it in the movie, and that's what some of the characters say, and when you see the deformities you'll understand what I'm talking about. For instance, one girl has a butthole as her mouth, and her mouth is where her butthole should be. It is a lot to take in, especially when you have pubes around your butthole mouth. This film really tests you, and when you feel a bit weird as the audience, you'll catch yourself thinking, why do I feel so weird about that? And that is the point, I feel like, of the film. It's deeply profound for such a dark comedy, which is what it's meant to be. It definitely makes you squirm and makes you feel uncomfortable, which I think is the purpose of the film. And it also has some really intense scenes that just show up out of nowhere. You've got suicide, you've got pedophilia, and you've got rape. So there is a lot going on, but as I said, it is meant to be a dark comedy. It's meant to be kind of awkward situations and ironic situations done in kind of like a soap opera type acting style. And then there's the color palette. This film is all in pastels, blue, purple, and pink. Each character has like a defined pastel, and I really love that about them. It is very strange, but it's also very beautiful to look at. It's a beautiful film to watch, and the composition and the texture in the film is just spot on. At the very start, you can see like beads of sweat, but the person is framed right in the middle of the screen, and it's just a beautiful opening shot. Not what you're thinking, but it is really beautiful, and that theme definitely follows throughout. There's like these diamonds, there's different little aspects that really add an extra pop, lots of liquids. I know I sound really crazy, but all those textures just really worked well with the pastel, and you could tell that they were really thinking about the set design, even though the movie has such a deeper story, so it just worked on so many different levels for that. A little bit about the director. He is quite a young director, being that he has done all shorts. This is his first feature length. He's also young in age. He was born in 1991, which might seem crazy to some of you, and I feel like I have achieved nothing in life. The film was actually based off his prior work, which was a short film called Eat My Shit, which is about the same girl with the butthole. As I said before, this film works on so many different levels, and one level is that the storyline was actually so simple with each character. They wanted something, they couldn't have it, and they overcame some kind of obstacle to get there. And I like how every single story, it just seems like such a simple storyline, but when they tie the subject matter of beauty and conventional beauty in there, it really fucks things up, and it just really makes you think about society and social norms and different situations. I also really want to say that the special effects, or the prosthetics, the makeup they did on this was amazing. One of the girls that was deformed actually had like skin over her eyes, and she had no eyes, and it looked amazing. I feel like the director really got every aspect right. He knew what he was going to go for, and then he went in and he got the sound, he got the right actors, he perfected the dialogue, the blocking, composition, and also the set design, and you can't really ask for anything more. I think that this is an amazing first film from him, and I love to see what else is gonna come my way, because this story and how twisted it was and how unusual it was with the beautiful color palette, as it's meant to be such an ugly thing, and the way he presented it was so beautiful. I just think it was so clever. This film is not for everybody, but if you're into a thinker and you maybe want to take a break from being scared and maybe just be a little bit shocked because this film does shock you at times. Definitely check this one out. It's a bit slower, but it really comes together in the end for a final meaning. And I would love to hear your interpretations of this film because there are so many different ways you could probably read it. So if you do have an interpretation of the film, please leave it below in the comments. Thank you again, Patricia, for recommending this film. I love watching something a little bit different. I'm gonna give this film a 7 out of 10. I'm going to give it a scare score of 0 out of 10, and I'm gonna give it originality score of 8 out of 10. Check it out, guys, if you want something a little bit different. And until next time, stay spooky, stay weird. Bye, guys.